Hello, everybody.
And welcome to another episode of Mondays Are For the Nerds. I'm your co-host, Jay Wright.
I'm your other co-host, Tristan Stump.
But thank you for joining us as we recap this week's pop culture news and a little bit of last week as well. As you know, we missed a week. We were busy.
Yeah.
But
we always forget to make hey, we're not doing an episode this week posts. I honestly forget to do posts on social media as much.
Which I won't now because I'm,
Yeah. But we have social media pages, and we, other than posting when videos go up, we just never
don't do anything.
We should probably do more.
We should.
That's a topic for another day.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm tired.
Same.
From work.
I have no reason to be tired.
Practice.
I've just been sleeping in a lot more than usual lately.
I got to sleep in for the first time in a while today, and it felt good till 10:30. Haven't been doing much.
I've been sleeping in to the point that's a problem. I'm waking up close to noon.
Oh, I used to be like that.
And it's one of those things where I have no idea why.
And then does it screw up your sleep schedule?
Yeah.
You sleep 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to be like that. And now I got to stop myself.
Yeah, I've got to get that figured out. But that's also another topic for another time when we're not on camera and not scrutinizing my sleep schedule. Did you do anything the last couple weeks?
I did. Should I bring up our big two right now or wait?
We can wait.
Yeah. Smash Summer Games.
Yes.
My first time watching it live.
We are currently in the middle of, because I've worked and stuff, my sister and I agreed to watch it together. And we're currently in the middle of the first one where they're doing the
7th place.
The field day, yeah.
Get 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, it's so funny. I love it. I had never gotten an experience at Smash Summer Games until now. When I saw live. When I saw they doing, I was like,
I know, because it was like
back to school
have been asking for so long for them to do
it.
And
they'd almost gotten to the point where we're not going to do it anymore. That was the thing of the past. For those who don't know, the last one was 2019, and it was Apocalypse. But now we have...
Which was very unfortunately themed to be the last one.
Exactly.
The year before COVID.
Exactly. And then we never got more.
Yep.
Until now, class of 05. It's so good. Just wait till you get to the darts.
Darts?
Yeah. Anthony plays a substitute teacher.
Okay, we're going to say, I'm waiting for Anthony to get involved.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Amanda to get involved. I know she's got pregnant. She's supposed to be a teacher. She hasn't been in any of them. Spoiler alert. She hasn't been in any of them yet. And there's only been 3, but still.
Yeah, probably next week. It's a 2
weeks.
2 week thing.
I think it goes till, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be this coming Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a whole nother week for it. And today's Reddit was school themed.
Yeah.
That's about all I did besides the 3 movies we'll talk about.
And then you went on a trip, and that's why we weren't here last week.
I did go on... It's what did I do last weekend? I did go on a trip. I went to Warsaw to see my boy Cronster. Shout out to you. Didn't do much there either. But just played. I got to play Mario Kart for the first time. Mario Kart World.
Yeah, because you haven't... Mm-hmm. Yeah, you haven't been able to play it over here.
I watched you play it.
Yeah.
But,
I was about to say, yes, you did, but no.
Yeah. I got to play it. I started off as Moo, obviously.
Yeah.
And I quickly figured out Moo's not good on water.
Yeah, it's a heavier characters aren't going to be better.
I got frustrated with her. I love her to death, but she's not my main anymore. It is Swoop?
Swoop the Bat?
Swoop the Bat. That is my main. We did a Grand Prix, and then I got first in it, the first race, and then I think you had to use the bathroom. And so when I came back, Miranda was playing on it, and free play, we're like... Miranda, what'd you do? She's like, were you guys playing this? I'm like, yeah, I got first place. It's the first time I've ever beat him. And she's like, no, I'm sorry. But then we played another Grand Prix before I left, and I got first place in the first one and the fourth one, which was Bowser's Castle. I think it was that last one that I got first place in as Swoop the Bat. And that's where I'm like, okay, I found my main. And now I'm going to beat all of you whenever we play it.
I haven't unlocked Swoop yet.
You haven't unlocked Swoop?
So unless Trent's already unlocked Swoop, because you know how unlocking characters goes. It's a very annoying process, and Swoop is really only a guaranteed unlock on one specific stage. So I've yet to play enough of the game, because Donkey Kong and other stuff has taken my time from just playing Mario Kart by myself.
And to be fair, they're teachers, and they've had the summer off.
Yeah.
To play it. Oh, you need to unlock Swoop so I can play as Swoop. Or else you're going to hear me as Moo.
Yeah, well, it's fine. Moo, I've dealt with your obsession with Moo the cow.
And it doesn't stop. Moo is my favorite, but Swoop is my main. That's about all I did.
That's all you did? Well, really? I watched Superman again. My family and I went we finally watched Superman. They liked it. They did not care. They are, my parents are a lot bigger fans of an older style of Lex Luthor, but other than that, they loved everything else, and they that Lex works for the Superman, but my mom also thinks that if they were going to make Lex as whiny and entitled as they made him in this, they should have gotten an actor with a less shrill voice. Is like her opinion.
Fair.
Like he should have had a deeper voice or something, so he wasn't quite so grating.
Yeah.
Which I could see.
Yeah. But Nicholas Hoult is just so good, and their other mannerisms.
But that, so a month from now, about a month and 6 days, I think, from today's recording, is the 10th anniversary of a certain little game. So I've been playing through it again. Lego Dimensions.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years of Lego Dimensions. It came out in September 2015, if I remember correctly. Because it was 2015 to 2016 was the first wave, and then the second wave was 2016 to 17, and 17 to 18 was going to be the third wave before it was canceled, and that was a whole thing. It was going to year 3 was going to be like more characters for pre-existing franchises.
Like DreamWorks too.
DreamWorks franchises were going to go in there. Minions and James Bond and Mega Man, Universal Monsters, like all these different franchises were planned for it. And it was going to kind of go out with a bang, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Another story mode was going to be added. I think via a story pack. We got to play as Vortek. That's actually in like his voice lines as a playable character are in the game coding. That was those gold. If you remember, we talked about it when it happened. The gold bricks were just suddenly disappeared out of the count.
Yeah,
that was that. That was the extra story mode. Anyway, so I'm playing through it again, just because I was like, it's been 10 years, and I want to kind of have it be done by the time the 10-year anniversary is around, so maybe I can do something about it with it. Because Lego Dimensions started my crippling Lego addiction.
Yep.
And B is just playing it again now. I am seeing some issues with it, but it is still one of my favorite games ever.
Absolutely.
Which is weird to say about a Toys to Life because like those are.
But it's like you get to jump into like all these different franchises.
All these different franchises
and open worlds, no less.
I've noticed though, like the crossovers don't cross over as much as I remember, or from, I mean, I was 15, you'd think I remember a little better, but like, there's just things about it where I'm like, oh yeah, they could have used the crossover element a little more than they ended up doing in the story mode. Yeah. Because, for example, a majority of the bosses in the game are DC characters. Yeah. Are DC villains. And then the only time that I'm remembering so far that you don't fight another franchise's villain from within the franchise level itself is Lord Business in the Simpsons level and Sauron in Metropolis. Every other time you run into a villain that's from that franchise, you are in that franchise's universe.
Yeah, like Portal.
You fight GLaDOS there, and Ninjago, you fight Chang, I think was the villain. Because Ninjago is based on whatever the season was at the time.
I think it's the tournament.
The tournament of the Element season. And so there's just different things where I was talking to Jacob about this, where I was like, in hindsight, they could have crossed over a little more. Can you imagine Zool invading the Scooby-Doo universe?
I know, dude.
Or, just different things like that where they could have played with their toys a little more. Yeah. Like Back to the Future, having Biff show up wouldn't have been he wouldn't have been much of unless it was like Back to the Future 2 gangster Biff.
Yeah.
But
like
even
the big bad.
As like a villain or something, but even then he'd be like a one punch and done kind of thing. That's the whole point of Biff. But like there's just different crossover elements they could have done a little more that would have been, so there's things where I'm like, okay, well, not crossed over as much as I remember, as much as I would have preferred. And of course, even when the game came out, I had a problem with how The Simpsons and Scooby-Doo was handled in general, and how they represent the series. For one, Simpsons, I probably get it was probably a budget thing, but not having new voice lines, Homer, Dan Castellaneta being the only voice in the game, and it's all archive footage. Yeah. And Scooby-Doo just
despite Bart being a playable character.
And then like Scooby-Doo is just boiled down to stereotypes of the show from the original incarnation. There's no really, if it's past the 70s, it's not referenced any at all, which just different things where I was like, which they fixed that in year two. Year two, even if it was a small franchise, they went all out with its representation. But there was just some things where I'm like, man, maybe I did look at this game with rose-tinted glasses. That still brings it from, it's still like, I think, an 8.
Absolutely.
out of 10 game, especially as far as all the Toys of Life games go. Like Skylanders, after a while, they all kind of get worse as it goes on, and Disney Infinity was never really it was good, but it was just like,
yeah,
without any proper story content. It was just a mess around for the sake of messing around.
Yeah.
Which I didn't find very... I mean, they had story levels, story packs and stuff, but it was just... All that to say, I'm still loving it. And I'm remembering some of the levels being really good. The Wizard of Oz level, obviously. It's the first level in the game. It's a really good introductory level.
Absolutely.
And it's the one
so
that has
good.
the least amount of crossover because things aren't quite getting messed up yet.
Because it's so early in the game.
Because it's so early in the game. So it's like...
I need to figure out a way to stretch the thing all the way across my living room to where I sit on the couch to play it on my own. So I need to play more of it.
I sent you the picture of what it was on my coffee table where I was like, yeah, this is a lot. Once I got people's vehicles loaded in, a lot of the vehicles I just put, because after a while, all the vehicles kind of, you get the 3 that you use, and then all the characters is what I keep up there.
Yeah.
And so I am missing 3 franchises that I want to hunt down.
I need to bring my Harry Potter to you.
Chima, Harry Potter, and Teen Titans are the only franchises I don't have characters from. Funnily enough, Chima and Harry Potter, and even one of the Teen Titans, they're all, if I were to buy them on eBay, if they were new out of the box from eBay, you can still buy them minus shipping what they were sold for in the store, which is weird to me that, but then there's a team pack I want to get for Teen Titans that every price I saw was double. I was like, man, that's
just
wild.
That one.
Just that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that. I beat Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Nice.
Trey and I both beat it, and we talked about the ending a little bit and how hype it is and how emotional it is. Dude, it's so good. We got to get you to play it.
I know. I need a Switch too.
Yeah, so I beat that. Then I played Lego Dimensions, and then I am now in the post game of Donkey Kong. I'm in the process where I'm going to go back every once in a while and just slowly work towards 100%ing it. But I'm doing Lego Dimensions, and then I started another game because Lego Dimensions, I marathoned through a bunch of it, and now I'm like, okay, I got to start taking breaks or I'm going to get burnt out on it. Only because of the Toys of Life thing of constantly having to swap around it gets a little exhausting after a while.
And when you you got to place it here and then here and then here.
Yeah. Luckily, they did fix some of that, like where used to, if I remember, stealth and wild styles ability where she can find hidden objects. Yeah. They had to be done on the console, and now you can just press a button on the remote. Yeah. I think they fixed that with Year 2 because people were like, okay, we get the keystones, but does every character ability have to be tied to... Yeah. The same was with Gandalf's light ability, like lighting up a room. That also had to be on a certain point in the board, and they fixed that where you just tap a button and it contextually works. Anyway, but I played another game called Ayodin Chronicle 100 Heroes. It came out last year. I can't remember when. I'm going to see when, because if we we wouldn't have talked about it on the show because it came out a month before we started the show. But it is a turn-based RPG where up to 100 characters can be in your party. Not all of them fighting at once. It's just you can keep getting characters and adding them to your arsenal of people. It is a spiritual successor to Psychodon, which, funnily enough, won't be the only time I'm talking about that game today. But anyway, it's also another RPG series that's known for just having a lot of characters to pick from, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. It's fully voice acted, and there is a really funny character that I just got in my party. She's a healer, but she has a bad temper. And so she has this sweet, like, high-pitched, like, oh, thank you very much voice. But then when she's angry, she gets, like, this deeper gravel to her voice. And anyway, it was really funny. So I enjoyed that a little bit. I've only played, like, an hour of it. I say an hour, probably an hour and a half. I only finished the opening dungeon and basically the tutorial, and now I'm like, this game is opened up.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than other things that we'll talk about later, that's pretty much all I did the last couple of weeks. Been playing a lot of Lego Dimensions.
I need to play more.
and I've had more free time on my hands than I've expected lately. Things are finally slowing back down.
Yes.
So, of course, we'll see when we start picking up on other projects. But
which we'll get into tease later on in the episode. In my releases, I do have the summer releases from last week. We'll start with movies. In theaters on Friday, August 1st, we got 2 big releases. The Bad Guys 2 came out. Reformed criminals Mr. Wolf, Mr. Stank, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Shark, and Ms. Tarantula are trying very hard to be good. However, they soon find themselves hijacked into a high-stakes heist that's masterminded by a new team of delinquents they never saw coming, the Bad Girls. And The Naked Gun came out. Following in the footsteps of his bumbling father, Detective Frank Drebin Jr. must solve a murder case to prevent the police department from shutting down. Fun fact about both of these, we both got to see them.
Yes, for the first time in a while, we've both gotten to see the big releases of the week.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about Bad Guys first.
Bad Guys first? So good.
So yeah, I went on a date and went and saw that, and so good. It was a good sequel.
I loved it. I have like Bad Guys to me is like, I feel like underrated. The first movie. And I forgot how funny it was until I rewatched it the day I went to see Bad Guys 2. I laughed so hard. Mr. Snake, again, constantly cracks me up. Mr. Piranha cracks me up with his, you know what scene I'm talking about. There's teased in the trailer, his farts in the fart suit or space suit. So funny. So funny. And then there's so much about it. I love animals. I love heist movies. And just combine those together, then it's just like an automatic good time for me, hands down. And I told you, it's like, it's getting the How to Train Your Dragon levels for me, where it's like, it's just getting better, and there's not a bad one yet.
And hopefully we get a third one.
Yeah.
Or a show.
We have to. DreamWorks, this is me pleading, and no one knows why I'm this excited unless you see the movie. Please give us more.
Although, if it's a show, please be better quality than the 2 holiday shorts you gave us.
Yes. Please be Dragon's Race to the Edge level of quality. I need more of what you have teased at the end of that movie. I need it now. Also,
the first time in a while that a main couple in a kids movie had actually gotten a kiss at the end of it.
They kissed before. Oh, that one. Never mind. I was talking about Snake.
No. Yes, I was talking about Snake.
That's in the trailer where he has the full bird in his mouth. Mr. Piranha be like, why is she in his mouth? But yeah, that I remember. There could have been like direct-to-DVD stuff that's come out, but like DreamWorks, Disney, like the stuff they're putting out, it's been a while since like a romance has been kind of the center of the plot a little bit. Astrid kissed Hiccup at the end of the first one, didn't she? Then again, that was 15 years ago. Yeah. So it's still been a while. It was just so good. And the visuals. Oh, yeah, the visuals. Oh, my goodness, as good as the first one. Yeah. If not better in some cases. Yeah. It's in the trailer with the jump from this one shuttle to the next with the ice shards. I was like, oh, it's so good. And I didn't tell you this, but they dropped a curse word. Oh, yeah. Right in the beginning. I was like, out of nowhere with no context. I side-eyed the kid in the theater down there. I'm like, oh, no. We were it was the theater. It was a random middle of the week. Yeah. So there was a bunch of kids there. Yeah. And so like they said that, and I like look over, and I'm like, it's a good joke. Yeah. It's funny, but I'm like, oh, I did not expect that. No. I texted Trent. I'm like, DreamWorks is getting ballsy. And he's like, I need to see this now. Bad Guys 2. I give it a 9. Yeah. Give it an 8 or a 9. Yeah. Yeah. And the next one, Naked Gun. Oh, Naked Gun. We both took our dads to see this. It was so dumb. I love it. It was so stupid. I sent that to... It's dumb, but in the best way possible. Because I got out and Sam was like, what'd you think of it? I said, it was so dumb. I love it. She's like, okay. I'm like, no. Like dumb in a good way. That's the point. Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be dumb. It's supposed to be stupid. And I loved it. Can I speak freely? I prefer English. I'm sorry, but the owl. The owl. Yeah. I'm not going to go into more context, but the owl, the snowman. See, they had to fight to keep the snowman in it. Mm-hmm. And he said he was supposed to come back in the third act in like a while. No, I told you there's 3 separate times where I was laughing so hard I was crying in that theater. My dad was loving it. My mom was loving it. Jackson was even loving it. He loved the O.J. Simpson joke. He hadn't seen the trailer for it. And
did you see where one of the writers was like, "Man, had I known people would love that O.J. joke so much, we would have put in more."
I know, but that one was like enough.
Yeah.
It's like it was in the trailer and it was still so good.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Sorry, we had to take a break.
We
were talking about Naked Gun.
Yeah.
He was saying
I
he would have written more O.J. Simpson
Yes,
jokes.
yes.
And the joke would be so popular. It's just so funny. And like you were talking about my parents, why hasn't Liam Neeson done more comedies?
He
wanted to. He's just been.
There's this thing called typecasting.
Yeah, he was just kind of typecast for a while. But like, I mean, the scene from Ted 2, the Lego Movie, A Million Ways to Die in the West. Like,
those like the three that come to mind when you think of hilarious Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
It's so, and I feel like he did Leslie Nielsen justice.
But yeah, he did the straight, like, because Leslie Nielsen was also known for doing serious movies up to the point when he started doing all these where it was like, yeah, it makes sense.
It's serious with a comedic tone.
Yeah, he's playing the straight-laced one in a comedic world kind of thing.
Yeah,
I just love it so much. It
was so good. It was so good. I'm gonna give this. Dare I go 10?
Dare you go 10?
Dare I go 10?
I don't know if I would give it a 10.
For sure a 9.
But yeah, it's definitely high up there. Like, I loved it. I would recognize how some people would watch this and absolutely roll their eyes, but that's because you're missing the point. You're supposed to roll your eyes at
it. It's absurd.
I give it high bars.
Oh yeah, so good. Definitely go see both of them.
Oh, absolutely. Go see both. Bad Guys 2, Naked Gun.
Mm-hmm. On Wednesday, August 6th, Sketch got a limited release. When a young girl's sketchbook falls into a strange pond, her drawings come to life. Unpredictable, chaotic, and dangerously real. As the town unravels, she and her brother must track down the creatures before they leave permanent damage. On Friday, August 8th, Weapons came out when all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time. A community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. And Freakier Friday came out. Tess and Anna discover that lightning may indeed strike twice as they navigate the myriad challenges that come when two families merge. I did watch it Thursday night, and I told you I think I was Mandela affecting myself because the more I sat there, the more I'm like, I'm not sure if I've seen the first Freaky Friday or if I just know what happens in it. I will say, Manny Jacinto, who plays like her fiance in it, I love his career trajectory of playing the stupid guy in The Good Place to being like the villain in The Acolyte and now this, like the heartthrob of the movie. And I'm like, I love his trajectory because I always see like the dumb guy, and I love that he's come that far. It's all right. It's got 2 Chapel Roan needle drops. Well, that's expected. I give it about probably 6 or 7. Solid 6 or 7. There's some good jokes in there, though. On streaming side of things, on Wednesday, July 30th, War of the Worlds dropped on Amazon Prime Video, a modern retelling of the classic science fiction story focusing on themes of privacy, surveillance, and the impact of technology on society during an alien invasion. Friday, August 1st, My Oxford Year dropped on Netflix. An ambitious American student travels to Oxford in England to fulfill her dream but encounters a charming local who changes both their lives. And Wednesday, August 6th, saw The Pickup come to Amazon Prime Video. A routine cash pickup takes a wild turn when 2 mismatched armored truck drivers get ambushed by ruthless criminals. As chaos unfolds around them, the unlikely duo must navigate high-risk danger, clashing personalities, and one very bad day that keeps getting worse. On the TV side, on Monday, July 28th, The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball had its series premiere on Hulu. Did you get to see any of it?
Not yet, because another premiere took over my free time of watching TV.
Wednesday, July 30th, Conversations with a Killer, the Son of Sam tapes docuseries dropped on Netflix. Thursday, July 31st, saw the season 2 of Twisted Metal come to Peacock, and Leanne had a series premiere on Netflix. And on Friday, August 1st, Chief of War had a series premiere on Apple TV+, and Eyes of Wakanda dropped on Disney+, all episodes. Monday, August 4th, saw the season 14 premiere of King of the Hill on Hulu, the revival.
I watched the first 4 episodes
of the
10 episode season. Already been picked up for season 15. Hopefully we don't have to wait another 3 years like we have with Futurama, the other season of Futurama.
Yeah.
Because I want to say they were picked up for the 15th season from the beginning. So hopefully they were working on both.
I think so.
But
because I think whenever this came out, they said it's already been renewed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that we live in a time where seasons are only getting 10 episodes, because this King of the Hill thing, where I'm already wishing this was like a 22 episode season like the old series was, because it is just as good, or at least the bit I've watched is just as good as the original 13 seasons were.
Well, Chronisher said it's awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah,
and there's some voice changes where I was like, they could have found somebody that sounded a little similar, even if they're. But there's other where at the end of the day, that doesn't matter as much as how does the writing sound and the animation look. And some people were a little worried about the animation, but it looks fine. It looks fine. It's so funny, dude. I was laughing. I was laughing out loud at it, and I don't. You know how, like, I'll find something funny, but I'll kind of like, I'll giggle at it, but it takes a good joke for me to actually go be like, ha,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And it had a couple. There's just, especially the first episode, there's some really good ones, because it's Hank and Peggy coming back to the United States for the first time in like 9 years.
Yeah.
And so they've been missing out on a lot of
to Texas, no less.
Yeah,
9 years to Texas.
on a lot of cultural changes, and so it's Hank and Peggy like adjusting again. It's mostly been Hank adjusting. Of the 4 episodes I've watched, there's yet to be like an episode focusing on Peggy adjusting back to life. She's just kind of seeming to be like going with the flow, like, oh, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bobby's stuff is great. It's just so good. Yeah, it's so good. It's hard to say what my favorite is because I haven't watched the whole season yet. But
I need to watch it, but I haven't seen any of the King of the Hill ever. I just know Hank Hill from you.
Yeah, I used to do Hank Hill impressions a lot in high school.
What do you mean used to?
I don't do it as much now. But in high school, it was a frequent thing because teachers would ask me to do it.
Yeah, because they know.
But yeah, Jay, it's one you need to watch.
We prank called KFC once.
Oh yeah, we prank called our KFC once.
Not our KFC. It's on a speech and make turtle.
Yeah, it was a random KFC. They weren't having it.
No.
And then we called a KFC, and they were all about it. They were like in on the joke and stuff. Yeah. I was like, okay, good. Or I said Taco Bell, not KFC.
Yeah.
Anyway,
one of them.
Yeah, Jay, it's one of those ones where you are gonna feel like I need to watch everything.
Cronshaw said he thinks I can just jump in.
I think there's some like you've got Hulu, right? Or like the Disney Plus Hulu thing where I can send you a list of original season episodes to kind of like
iconic episodes.
Episodes, and then if you watch the modern one, you'd be fine. There's a couple jokes where it's like a reference to older stuff that
I might not get.
You might not get,
but I also might understand knowing that it's a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'll have to watch it.
So yeah, it's really good. I'm really happy with it because I loved the new season of Futurama, but you could definitely tell that it had been a while since it had been back. Whereas this almost feels like they just picked up where they left off, kind of
with a time jump.
You know.
Yeah.
I saw a joke. It's the only anime to have to actually make a time jump work. Because the whole joke with it being an anime. And it's so popular in Japan that they have debates on whether or not they should watch it in English or with Japanese subtitles.
I think you might have told me this.
Or if they should watch it dubbed. We have the argument here of no anime works in sub or dub. That's how it is on King of the Hill in Japan. It's so popular there that they have arguments about
whether you should watch it OG or not.
OG or dubbed, which is so funny to me.
The cultural impact of Hank Hill.
But
Wednesday, August 6th, Wednesday's Season 2A dropped on Netflix for the second episode in a row, and Platonic Season 2 premiered on Apple TV+, and on Friday, August 8th, Outlander Blood of My Blood had its series premiere on Starz. That is all of my releases for this week.
I have quite a few releases because it's 2 weeks of releases, but I'm going to try to run through them here. July 28th, we saw the release of Fumes on PC from Fumes Team. Arm your vehicle with deadly weapons and roam endless wastelands in the fast-paced single-player car combat game. Collect upgrades for your car to melt enemies and giant bosses in this bizarre world. Retro vibe, retro cars, retro gameplay. Nidana, released on PC from developer Level 374 and publisher Playism. She continues to dream, a first-person dream simulator where you explore a corner of a dream. One-Eyed Lyko, released on PC from Morteshka. One-Eyed Lyko is a grim first-person horror adventure set in a world inspired by a dark Slavic fairy tale. Explore an unsettling and twisted land set in the 19th century Russia in your endeavor to escape your own evil fate. Primal Planet, released on PC from developer Seething Swarm and publisher Pretty Soon, unveil a heartfelt story of family, dinosaurs, and UFOs. Craft, upgrade, and survive in a realm of primeval predators, savage tribes, and ancient aliens. Rise from a humble cave dweller to the planet's last hope. Alone or local co-op. Welcome to Dinovania. It's a Metroidvania game where you play as a caveman. And when I hear ancient aliens, all I can think is aliens. With the wild hair.
Midnight on History Channel.
Yeah.
In every hotel.
July 29th saw July 28th had one more release. It blended in with my jokes. Recharge entered early access on PC from Room Games. Recharge is a Simcade RC racing game with realistic graphics and physics. Customize your RC car and racetracks inspired by real-world locations. July 29th saw the release of Achilles Survivor in early access on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox from Dark Point Games and Galactus. Thousands of enemies, one survivor. Fight like a demigod, build deadly defenses, and grow stronger after every run in this fast-paced bullet heaven set in mythic Greece. Day of the Shell, released on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and Switch, from developer Duper Games and publisher Goblins Publishing. Day of the Shell is a one-click, one-turn tactical roguelite. In a shattered and flooded world, travel from island to island with only hope and a revolver, challenging and appeasing the gods. Delivery Pals, released on PC from Straiitsa, Diratio, and Critivo. Put on your thermos bags and head outside with your friends. You will have to deliver food to the aliens and make sure that the last company on Earth does not close down. Grounded 2 entered early access on PC and Xbox from developer Obsidian Entertainment and Eidos Montreal and publisher Xbox. Shrunk again, but the world is much larger. In this open-world single-player or co-op survival adventure, craft weapons and armor, build your base, and traverse the playground on your buggy. But something else is out there, and it hasn't forgotten you. So for those who don't know, Grounded 1 was basically a co-op survival game meets Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're in the backyard of this scientist's house, and you have to build base and fight bugs and get yourself unshrunk and take down this evil corporation. And this is a sequel, but instead of a backyard, it's set in a park. So
it's bigger.
The world is much bigger.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the new bugs you fight is a scorpion.
Oh, no.
You already fight
like a spider,
brown and yellow spiders, and then there's a giant spider hidden in the game called the Broodmother. That is, which calling anything the Broodmother makes me like, ooh.
No.
I play the game on arachnophobia mode. It just turns them into shiny little orbs.
Oh, okay.
And so
for some reason I'm like,
and so Hayden and Jacob would laugh at me because we would be playing and they would be playing, and because I didn't see the actual spider, I would just see these orbs go by. I would go, orb, and I would start running. And so they would start laughing because they'd be just like building base, doing whatever, and then just in the distance they'd hear orb.
I feel like I love this game.
Anyway, you would love it, but you would be terrified.
Absolutely.
At all times.
Yeah.
Monogatari, Fia and the Wondrous Academy, released from Idea Factory on PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox. The Ancient Magic Academy, a school that formally teaches the magic arts and nurtures ambition. Fia, an aspiring great mage, leaves her hometown and arrives at the academy to study magic arts like her grandmother. Surrounded by strict yet humorous professors, along with chaotic and delightful classmates, Fia will learn magic arts and grow in order to become a great mage. Tales of the Shire, released on PC, PlayStation, and Switch and Xbox from developer Weta Workshop and publisher Private Division. Welcome home, Hobbit. Live the cozy life of a hobbit in the wonderfully serene landscape of the Shire. Discover, decorate, and share in this idyllic corner of Middle-earth. Join friendly hobbits and familiar faces awaiting your arrival in Tales of Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. I have heard that it's all right, but don't get it on Switch. It is a buggy mess on Switch. A Terminal Brigade from developer Pew Pew Games and publisher Level Infinite, released on PC. Rise in the virtual rebellion together with other players or alone. Master your rogueteers with distinct playstyles and customizable builds in this action-packed roguelike game. July 30th saw the release of Holy Shoot on PC from Tail Era Interactive. Holy Shoot is a fast-paced roguelike action first-person shooter set in a satirical version of hell, packed with chaos, blessed heroes, and demonic bosses. Pick your hero, dive into hell, upgrade your build, and shoot your way through sin. Morgan Metal Detective, released on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch from Studio Morgan, a cozy first-person metal detector adventure game where you reunite residents of the beautiful Cornish island of Glaston with things they have lost, and with your late grandpa's help, maybe restore magic along the way. On July 31st, Chillin' by the Fire, released on Switch 2 from Oink Games. Only the faint crackling of firewood fills the night, a quiet, low-poly world where each player's voice blends with the flickering of the campfire. That's Chillin' by the Fire, the campfire simulation game. Dead Take, released on PC and developer Surgent Studios and publisher Pocket Pair Publishing. Find your missing friend, uncover the secrets within, brave a luxurious and haunting mansion in Dead Take, a first-person psychological horror crafted by Surgent Studios. Dear Me, I Was, released on Switch 2 from Arc System Works. With a beautiful watercolor touch, it depicts the life of a woman. In her ordinary, modest life, experience her joys, her sorrows, her growth. Witness the story she spins in life, woven by those around her. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, released on all major platforms from developer The Game Kitchen and publishers Dotemu and Joystick, a brand new side-scrolling entry in the Ninja Gaiden series from the team behind Blasphemous. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound redefines the classic platformer saga in a spectacular, thrilling, and challenging ninja adventure. And Romancing Saga 2 Revenge of the Seven got a Switch 2 edition. August 1st saw the release of Lotus Lost Memories on PC from Phoenix Digital. Step in the richly woven tale of Atsushi, a young samurai bound to duty by duty to his ailing father. Undertake a journey of purpose as he faces skilled adversaries and uncovers the echoes of legacy that will shape his destiny. Realized in pixel art visual novel with turn-based combat. Luck and Loot, released on PC from developer Smart Creative and publisher Grab the Game. Luck and Loot is a dice-building roguelike where you craft and customize powerful dice, collect game-changing relics, and battle corrupted foes in brutal turn-based combat across procedurally generated dungeons. Victory is earned in this unforgiving fight for survival. Secrets of Black Rock Manor, escape room on PC from Biribiri. Find the hidden fortune of Black Rock Manor. Discover the truth about family deaths. In this mysterious escape room, you will solve a puzzle that's hidden to find a hidden vault with treasure, but you will find so much more. The Last King, released on PC from developer Team Mango and publisher Mayawi Software. Command a fearless Greek army against Persian invasion. Recruit, train, and promote your army. Build marching camp, resource gathering stations, trade outposts, and rebuild your raised city. Master ancient war tactics and strategies to defeat your enemies. Titan Quest 2, released on PC from developer Grimlore Games and publisher THQ Nordic. Nemesis, goddess of retribution, is out of control. She is corrupting the threads of fate and punishing all those who oppose her. Take up your weapon, fight alongside gods, and change fate itself in Titan Quest II, an action RPG inspired by Greek mythology. On August 4th, Valiant Tactics, released on PC from developer Field Entertainment and publisher Indie.io. Valiant Tactics is a turn-based roguelike RPG without hit chance RNG. As loyal knight, you will assemble a team with fearless heroes, grow their power, arm them with mighty artifacts, then confront and defeat the usurper who killed your king and restore the kingdom. August 5th saw the release of Demon Slayer The Hinokami Chronicles 2 on all major platforms from developer CyberConnect 2 and publisher Sega. Destroy demons with the power of forged bonds. Tanjiro Kamado's battle will once again unfold. This is a fighting game and sequel to the other fighting game in the Demon Slayer series. And on August 5th, Apex Legends was ported to Switch 2. August 6th saw the release of Fate Hollow Ataraxia Remastered on PC and Switch from developer Type Moon and Fuzz Inc. and publisher Aniplex. Set half a year after the end of the Fifth Holy Grail War, the classic visual novel Fate Hollow Ataraxia becomes remastered, building on the 2014 release. This remaster features English and simplified Chinese localizations for the first time, in addition to full HD visuals. Static Dread The Lighthouse, released on PC from developer Solar Suit Games and publisher Polden Publishing. Lovecraft meets Papers, Please. Play as a lighthouse keeper and guide ships safely into harbor using your radio. Survive the presence of something impossible and don't let the shadows consume you. On August 7th saw the release of 1,000 Deaths on PC from Pariah Interactive. 1,000 Deaths is a gravity-bending 3D platformer where your choices matter. Encounter several unique platforming hubs based on the decisions you make. Switch between 4 playable characters as the story progresses and follow them from birth to death. Artist Impact, released on PC from developer Moss and publisher Fuxen. A fun turn-based RPG set in a future world of humans and AI. Play as a Kane to explore vibrant locations, battle with simple yet fluid combat, and enjoy side quests full of charming surprises. With a playful, humorous style and clever details, this adventure is light, easy, and full of smiles. Chained Echoes, Ashes of Elrint DLC, released on all major platforms. Fruit Bus made its way to Switch 2 and Xbox. Gradius Origins, released on PC, Xbox, Switch, and Switch from Konami and M2 Co. This collection features 18 versions across all 7 arcade titles in the series, including the first ever appearance of Gradius 3 AM show version on home consoles. A variety of helpful new features have been added to the games, including save states, a rewind feature, and invincible mode. The new training mode lets you adjust settings like restart points, loot counts, and power-up statuses to help you hone your skills to perfection. There's also a gallery feature that includes music from the game, a variety of images from each title, and much more. Heretic plus Hexen, released on all major platforms from developer id Software and Night Dive Studios and publisher Bethesda, step into the definitive re-release of 2 dark spell casting shooters that shape the genre. The enhanced versions of Heretic and Hexen are available to new audiences alongside longtime fans with expanded accessibility across all more platforms and languages than ever before. Is This Seat Taken, released on PC and Switch from developer Poti Poti Studio and publisher Wholesome Games Presents. Do you remember this one?
I remember it, yeah.
I did not know how to release date. Is This Seat Taken is a logic puzzle game where you play matchmaker for groups of hilariously particular people. Each character has pet peeves that make seating them a delightful challenge. Find the perfect spot for each person to unlock new levels in this cozy, silly, and relatable experience. Liminal Exit, released on PC from Little Red Dread. Step into an uncanny building trapped in endless loops. Use the elevator, uncover unsettling anomalies, and evade the entity lurking behind you. Liminal Exit is an immersive walking simulator inspired by liminal spaces. Can you escape, or will you remain forever trapped? Make Room, released on PC from developer Kenny and publisher Wholesome Games. Build rooms, gardens, and camper vans with 1,000 objects and the ability to create your own custom furniture, or visit Make Room Island to get inspired by unique design requests. Operation Night Strikers, released on PC and Switch from developer M2 Co. and publisher Taito Co. Taito's 80s arcade hits are back. 4 milestones of the 80s arcade movement in one action-packed compilation. Ritual of Raven, released on PC and Switch from developer Spell Garden Games and publisher Team 17. Ritual of Raven is a story-based farming sim, but you won't do the farming yourself. Enchant arcana constructs to grow a magical herb garden, befriend a cute bunch of weirdos, and use your witchy skills to perform powerful rituals to stabilize the portals that are causing this trouble for the village. The House of the Dead 2 remake, released on PC and Switch from developer Megapixel Studio and publisher Forever Entertainment. The House of the Dead 2 remake is a remake of the second entry in the well-known and popular rail shooter series. Take on the lone role of a secret agent as James or Gary, or team up in co-op mode to neutralize the dangers, undead monsters standing in your way. Tiny Bookshop, released on PC and Switch from developer Neoludic Games and publisher Skystone Games and 2P Games. Leave everything behind and open a tiny bookshop by the sea in this cozy narrative management game. Stock your tiny bookshop with different books and items, set up shop in scenic locations, and run your cozy secondhand bookshop while getting to know the locals. And UFO 50 was shadow dropped on the Switch on August 7th. More on that later, but if you remember, UFO 50 was that game I really liked. It was 50 games in one. Yeah, I was like, man, it's really good fit on Switch. It's now on Switch. August 8th saw the release of Slackjaw on PC from Nostromo Interactive. As the latest prey of a deranged serial killer, you must use your wits and resources to survive in this atmospheric first-person escape room-style horror game. Explore, uncover secrets, and plan your escape, but be quiet, or you'll be his next victim. Inspired by true events. And finally, on August 8th, Mafia: The Old Country, released on PC, PS5, and Xbox from developer Hangar 13 and publisher 2K, uncover the origins of organized crime and Mafia: The Old Country, a gritty mob story set in the brutal underworld of 1900 Sicily. Fight to survive as Enzo Favara and prove your worth to the family in this immersive third-person action adventure.
Yes, I'm so excited for it.
Jay is very excited for that one.
I love the Mafia games. We are... Hopefully you've been watching our Let's Plays that we've been uploading more of recently.
You better be. Trent's doing a good and hard job.
Darius, fantastic
editing. Oh,
especially with what's coming up.
The episode that is coming out after this post, look forward to that.
Oh, yeah. It's, yeah.
I am so excited for people to see that. I think it's our best one so far.
Absolutely it is.
Not to overhype it or anything,
but no, it's the best one yet.
and now that I'm like, I think I know what we should like. We get our energy right. That was like the last episode we recorded before stopping for a little bit, and then on top of that, Trent's hit his stride with his editing and stuff. Yeah. So I think we know
we're in the golden era.
Yeah, we know how to approach the Let's Plays now, I think, and so I'm very excited for what's to come.
Oh yeah, we might be teasing some possible PlayStation and Switch 2 Let's Plays.
Yes, we are looking into a new graphics card, so we can. That is why the next couple Let's Plays are actually. Mario is going to have to take another break because of how save files were transferred when I got my Switch 2. It's going to be a whole thing to try to do on my Switch 1 again, so we're letting that take a break. There's going to be a couple other games that we're going to play, and then it's going to be right back into our console games again. But look forward to that.
You might see some Mafia play.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe some Split Fiction.
It depends. We're definitely gonna have to see what can be a one and done episode and what's gonna have to be a series.
Yeah. Like I said, it'll just be like to the opening.
Yeah.
Ghost of Yodai, maybe. Anyway, and then once October hits, you might be getting me playing some horror movies.
Get ready for this Halloween. We already have those set up for this Halloween.
Here's the thing: you say that I do not know these plans. You said something about Five Nights at Freddy's one time.
You said you trust me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Oh my God, I'm genuinely kind of terrified now.
You should be, but I think it's going to be fun.
I'm going to be more terrified later.
The thing is, though, we're going to have to record them before October. So it's going to be sometime soon.
Yeah. And then once it comes out, it'll be like trauma again. No, get ready for it because we're hopefully bringing you some more of that here on down the road. In my first batch of miscellaneous and posters, we got posters for Regretting You, Rental Family for the third episode in a row, Cold Storage, Him, Elphaba and Glinda character posters for Wicked for Good, The Paper, Good Boy character posters for Neja 2, Twinless, Wednesday Season 2 Part 2, and No Other Choice for the second episode in a row. In trailers, we got a trailer for Highest to Lowest for the second episode in a row, releasing September 5th on Apple TV+. Shelby Oaks, releasing October 3rd in theaters. Ella McKay, releasing December 12th in theaters. Regretting You, releasing October 24th in theaters. Jay Kelly, releasing December 5th on Netflix. Rental Family for the third episode in a row, releasing November 21st in theaters. Looks beautiful. Cold Storage, releasing in 2026 in theaters, which is a horror comedy that Liam Neeson will be in. Him, releasing September 19th in theaters. A theatrical release of the Hamilton show, releasing September 5th in theaters for the 10th anniversary. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, releasing October 10th in 2025. The Paper, releasing September 4th on Peacock. And Witchboard, releasing August 15th in theaters. In terms of release dates, Greenland 2 will release on January 9th in theaters. Sequel follows the family as they leave the Greenland bunker to journey across the decimated wasteland of Europe to find a new home. The Resurrection of the Christ has been split into two parts. Part 1 releases on March 26, 2027, and Part 2 releases about a month later on May 6, 2027. Hamilton, as we previously mentioned, will be getting a theatrical release on September 5th. Lilo and Stitch will be coming to Disney Plus on September 3rd, and K-pop Demon Hunters will be getting a theatrical release for a sing-along event version of the film. I believe this is their way of making it Oscar accessible, Oscar-nominated accessible.
Probably.
In castings, Timothée Chalamet is in talks to star in James Mangold's heist thriller High Side. The film follows former MotoGP racer haunted by a career-ending crash as he is drawn back into racing before his brother recruits him for some bank robberies on superbikes. Matt Smith has been cast in the villain for Star Wars Starfighter. Dave Bautista has been cast as a villain in Highlander. Josh Brolin reveals he had to pass on playing Quaritch in Avatar, the Avatar films. Forky will return in Toy Story 5. And Kane Brown will guest star in the series premiere of 911 Nashville. And that is all for my first batch of miscellaneous.
For my gaming news, Mario Paint was added to the NSO Super Nintendo app on July 29th. And then Xbox announced the cancellation of Avalanche Studios' game project Contraband after 4 years of development. Nothing had been seen since its teaser and announcement in 2021. BioShock 4 is facing a narrative overhaul and change in leadership following the game's failure to pass a publisher review. And also, allegedly, a BioShock 1 remake was canceled as a result as well, but that was never really officially announced. So.
Yeah.
Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick gave the following statement when asked about the pricing of GTA 6, which had been rumored to be higher than the current industry standard of $70. Quote, "Our goal always is to deliver more value than what we charge, so we've had variable pricing at the company forever. As you know, the approach of the industry is to launch at a premium price, sometimes with special editions and over time, typically to reduce the price to enhance the overall size of the market. So we do this very same thing. I think, probably more than most, we're highly focused on making sure that the experience is great, not just because the game itself is great, but also because consumers have paid a fair price for it." Which means he didn't actually answer the question. No. It's probably going to be like $90 or something, and avoid the bad press for it now.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But the cynic in me is like, yeah, no, you answered a question by not answering the question. So.
Yeah.
Upcoming action horror game Code Violet officially releases November 14th on PS5. Survive the Night, playing a cursed board game with up to 4 players in Invoker, coming to PC from Ludogram. 6 Riz announced Toll Booth Simulator, Schedule of Chaos, a toll booth management game coming to PC. Turn-based tactical extraction game Cosmos Point was announced. Co-op hack-and-slash game Godbreakers was announced by To the Sky, absorb enemy abilities and make your way through roguelike runs. First-person action game Plushes was given a teaser trailer. Plushes have taken over the city and there's only one way out. Pick up a gun and your trusty shovel and become a plush fighter. Solve puzzles, shoot plushies, and turn enemies against each other. This isn't fantasy, this is war, stuffed with polyester and button eyes.
Oh, dude, yes.
From the creators of House of Da Vinci comes House of Tesla, a first-person puzzle game releasing September 23rd on PC. Physical editions of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection have been confirmed. Agalos 2 has been announced, a sequel to the retro-style platformer from Wonder Boy Bobby, coming in 2026. Nerf gun content has been added to Overwatch 2, August 5th. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tactical Takedown is coming to Xbox and Switch August 14th. First-person horror Ire a Prologue was announced for PC. Unravel a mystery while stranded in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, releasing October 28th on PC. Dark fantasy RPG Disciples Domination was announced, coming in 2026 to Xbox, PlayStation 5, and PC. Ranger's Path National Park Simulator was announced for PC. Shooter game Deadboot was announced for PC. Dead Zone Rogue version 1.0 releases August 11th on PC. The Mesa update for Peak, adding a new biome to the game, will release August 11th. Roguelite game Axon is holding a playtest August 15th. Signups are now open. Castle Crashers released the Painter Boss Paradise DLC on August 6th, adding a new character art, weapons, a new map. The new character is named Paint Jr. Plus, on Steam, players can now create, play as, and share their own custom characters using an official character template. Nintendo gave details on their new children-oriented, or toddler-oriented, I should clarify, My Mario product line, including claymation YouTube show, toys such as wood blocks that can double as amiibo, picture books, backpack, clothing, and more. Additionally, a mobile app titled Hello Mario will release on mobile and Switch, in which children can play with Mario's face. Hello Mario releases August 26th in Japan, with the rest of the line set for an August 28th release. The My Mario product line will reach international markets in early 2026. The PS4 version of Genshin Impact will cease support in 2026. And then Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase on July 31st and an Indie Showcase on August 7th. In these two showcases, we got another look at Final Fantasy Tactics ahead of its September 30th release. We got a new trailer for Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, still slated for a late 2025 release, but we're
Nothing
getting there.
on it
Yeah,
yet.
people are hoping like. It's like, man, if they did a partner showcase and an indie showcase, it probably means we're not getting a general direct where Nintendo tells us what's going on with their projects until maybe September. And so it's like we're going to have from September to the end of the year. I mean, they could do a Twitter drop where they're like, hey, this game's coming out this month. But like Metroid Prime 4, Kirby Air Riders, and this
the big ones
are all still slated for 2025. And it is August. This April is when the new Mario movie comes out. We know nothing about it.
Yes.
So hopefully soon we get some general Nintendo news.
We need to go back to your predictions.
Yeah, we do.
Did you say there was a September thing?
That's going to be the end of the year. We'll go back to my predictions at the end of the year and see how right I am. I haven't been very right this year.
I thought you said like a September direct was going to announce
might be a September.
some stuff on the
There's
movie
usually
at least.
a September direct. But I thought we would have got. I think I predicted in April we would get, or in March we would get a Mario presentation that would at least have a casting or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for March 10th.
Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection was announced. A new series, a new story game in the Monster Stories series. It is set for a 2026 release. Madden NFL 26 will make its way to Switch 2 August 14th, and EA Sports FC 26 comes to Switch 2 September 26th. Persona 3 Reload is getting ported to Switch 2 on October 23rd. Star Wars Outlaws will come to Switch 2 September 4th. Hella, about a mouse searching for medicine to heal a kind witch, is coming to Switch 2 in 2026. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, an HD remake of the original Plants vs. Zombie game, releases October 23rd. Bloober Team's upcoming horror game Chronos: The New Dawn will be coming to Switch 2 September 5th. Campfire simulation game Chillin' by the Fire was revealed and released the same day. It utilizes the Switch 2's chat features. Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2 remakes are coming to Switch 2 November 13th. Just Dance 2026 got a new trailer coming this October. Apex Legends was announced to be coming to Switch 2 for August 5th release. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is coming to Switch 2. A new Katamari game, Once Upon a Katamari, was announced for Switch 1, a time-traveling adventure in the series coming October 24th. Pac-Man World 2 Repack, a remake of the classic platforming game, was announced for Switch 1 and 2, coming September 26th. That's obviously coming to every other console as well.
Yeah.
Very exciting. I was hoping they would remake the second one because the second one is so much better. They could do the third one. They could skip the third one and make a new game. Yeah. I don't care. But the first two, I was really wanting them to remake the first two, and they did.
Yes.
Square Enix announced 2 new titles coming to Switch 2. The action adventure, The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, coming in 2026. A demo is available now that I played, and now I hate that I played it because I have to wait till 2026.
Is that good?
To play it. They called it an action RPG. It's The Legend of Zelda with some RPG elements being you can equip things. Like everything else is just straight up Zelda. You're picking up pots and throwing them.
Yeah.
You've got a sword. You've got a little fairy companion that helps you with things. The difference, there's things that make it its own. The art style is the HD 2D thing.
Yeah.
There is overworld platforming where you use your fairy companion and abilities that she has to kind of like traverse the world. There's more variety in weapons, but it's a Zelda-like game, and I mean that in the best way possible. I love that. I love it. I loved the demo so much, and I'm mad that I have to wait till next year. It better stink and be early next year. Like, release it on my birthday, please. A prequel to Octopath Traveler 0 is coming December 4th, 2025. That one didn't get a demo. The one coming out this year didn't get a demo. The one coming out next year did. I'll move on. Mina the Hollower got a new trailer. If you remember, that's the game I had to pause our recording during the Summer Games Fest to watch the trailer for.
Yeah.
Still coming October 31st to Switch 1 and 2. Fun fact, this will be Switch 2's first game capable of reaching 120 frames per second. The Game Boy graphics game will be the first because Switch 2 is capable of 120 frames per second.
Yeah.
Most games are going to be using their processing power for other things, so that's not going to happen. So this retro style game is the first Switch 2 game to reach it.
Fully capability.
Yeah. A Metroidvania Well Dweller was announced. Play as a tiny bird armed with a matchstick who must save his family from a wicked queen, coming coming in 2026 to Switch 2. Horror Life Sim Neverway, which I've talked about before, is now coming to Switch 1 in August 2026. Beast herding game Herdling comes to Switch 1 August 21st. Is This Seat Taken was released on Switch 1 the same day. I don't think we knew it was coming to Switch, so I think that's kind of a shadow drop. Little Kitty Big City, the Perfect update, comes later this year. Content Warning is coming to Switch 1 and 2 in 2026. Strangely enough, not using the game chat features, and that game kind of relies on you talking to each other, so it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. A fast-paced roguelike Ball Pit comes to Switch 1 October 15th, Switch 2 this fall. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon comes to Switch 1 and 2 this winter. Futuristic aquatic exploration game Glaciered comes to Switch 2 this holiday. Cozy mouse game Winter Hollow comes to Switch 1 this winter. Undusted Letters from the Past comes to Switch 1 October 2025. Tiny Bookshop released on Switch 1 same day. Caves of Cud is ported to Switch 1 this winter. Strange Antiquities comes to Switch 1 September 17th. Camera exploration game Opus Prism Peak comes to Switch 1 and 2 this fall. Go-Go Town comes to Switch 1 this spring, or spring 2026. And UFO 50 was shadow dropped on Switch 1 same day. Physical edition from Fangamer releases this February. I'm very excited for that. I am kind of thinking I'm going to wait until February so I can get the physical edition. And so I'll just keep playing it on my computer if I want to play it. And then I'll have it on my Switch eventually.
Because you still have it. Yeah.
And then finally, THQ Nordic held a showcase on August 1st. We got new looks at Tides of Tomorrow, Wreckfest 2, The Eternal Life of Goldman, Titan Quest 2, Reanimal, and Darksiders 4. Open world racing game Recreation was announced from 3 Fields Entertainment, the team behind Burnout. Set in a 400 kilometer squared sandbox called Mix World, players can design tracks, place wild stunt objects, customize vehicles, create game modes, and control the weather and traffic. We got the announcements of Sacred 2 Remastered, The Guild Europa 1410, a remake of Gothic 1, and the first-person RPG Fate Keeper. And also, this is the big thing for me, SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide was fully revealed.
Yes.
A new 3D platformer from Purple Lamp Studios, the team behind Cosmic Shake and the Battle Bikini Bottom remake. It was teased this last October, but now we got a full reveal trailer featuring the musical stylings of David Hasselhoff.
I was going to say.
You swap between SpongeBob and Patrick, each with unique abilities, as they must stop the chaos resulting from a war between King Neptune and the Flying Dutchman. It releases October 18th on Xbox, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC in both standard and ghostly editions. There's also a physical ghostly edition, but I can't seem to see if it's coming worldwide or if it's just a European release. I don't like their official website only takes you to a European site to buy it, so I don't know if it's coming worldwide or if that's like because of current events, if that's stuck where THQ Nordic is based. But I am very excited for this.
Absolutely.
This Paper Clay, there's another 3D platform that came out, or Donkey Kong Bonanza. Like, I'm doing good with 3D platformers this year.
Yeah.
That is my gaming news for this week.
I have my second batch of miscellaneous. So I did say last week, of course, San Diego Comic-Con happened. I do have one piece of information that was announced after we'd recorded. Interview with the Vampires for the second episode in a row. First teaser was shown and released, and season 3 will be titled The Vampire Lestat. In terms of new looks, we got a new look at Black Phone 2, a new look at Noob Saibot in Mortal Kombat 2, new behind-the-scenes featurette, and first look at Elphaba on the Yellow Brick Road and Wicked for Good. Stumpy, guess what's returned to the pod?
Deadpool Wolverine?
Nope.
What?
We got a new clip from season 2 of Sausage Party Foodtopia.
Get out.
I saw that. I'm like, I'm definitely bringing it up. First look at Oscar returning from The Office in the paper. First clip from Highest to Lowest for the second episode in a row, and an exclusive clip from My Mother's Wedding. And first looks, we got our first look at George Clooney, Adam Sandler, and Jay Kelly. Noah Baumbach's film follows a gigantic movie star in his 60s who faces down a personal reckoning from those around him. First look at Mark Wahlberg and Lakeith Stanfield in Play Dirty. First look at Alan Ritchson in Motor City. First look at Rebecca Ferguson's and Catherine Bigelow's new film, A House of Dynamite. First look at RRR director S.S. Rajamouli's next film, starring Priyanka Chopra Jonas, described as a globe-trotting adventure with more plot details coming soon. And first look images of Good Boy. And box office earnings The Naked Gun opened with $17 million domestically, one of the biggest openings for a comedy this decade. And Weapons earned $18.2 million in its domestic opening day and is now tracking to overperform with a $45 million domestic opening weekend. Glenn Powell news, we got a new look at him in The Running Man. Producer Roy Lee gives an update on a possible new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie starring Glenn Powell, saying, quote, there is some validity to it and we're still in active discussions, but nothing that's concrete just yet. And I guess I put this in this category, intending to put it in the viewings category, but K-Pop Demon Hunters has become Netflix's 4th most watched original movie of all time. There's nothing to do with Glenn Powell. And new announcements, Eddie Murphy reveals that he is playing Inspector Clouseau. What? The category is right above Glenn Powell.
I know. But it was just such like the Glenn Powell news. Oh, and K-Pop Demon Hunters. This has nothing to do with Glenn Powell.
Well, I got to bookend it with Glenn Powell.
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, I got you. Well, some people might not know. Daniel Day Kim was one character. And new announcements, Eddie Murphy reveals that he is playing Inspector Clouseau in a new Pink Panther movie. Love it. Rosalind Elizar, Adam Driver, Daniel Kaluuya, and Anna Kendrick will star in a new A24 film directed by and also starring Chris Rock. The film follows a gifted actress with a derailed career until someone from her past offers her a chance at a comeback. A sequel to My Best Friend's Wedding is in the works, with Celine Song writing the script.
It might be taking sequels to bring comedies back, but I hope this is a sign that we're going to start getting more original, like comedies in the forefront. Like, yeah, we got Brothers, and we've been comedies never really stopped, but they've not been like the big blockbusters for a while.
And now you got Naked
I'm
Gun
hoping Naked Gun. We got Pink Panther and My Best Friend Wedding. My Best Friend's Wedding, not really a comedy. But
still a rom-com.
It's a rom-com, but still, like the last rom-com I watched was You're Cordially Invited, and I would not say that was advertised much.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Despite the stars in it.
Also with Eddie Murphy, I'm worried that he's got like an Amazon deal right now. So
I mean, even if it's straight to Amazon,
still
Amazon can still like they really pushed their shows and stuff. And Marvel,
The Boys,
Vox Machina, The Boys,
Invincible,
and
Out of the Water.
So,
but I mean, I want to see it in theaters.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe if it's good enough, they'll be like, we need to get this in theaters.
So we're gonna push it up a little bit. A big time Rush movie's in the works. K-Pop Demon Hunters, I keep forgetting how much is on this. Netflix is considering making 2 sequels to K-Pop Demon Hunters and a live-action remake.
And a TV show.
They
clarified the live-action remake was no longer in consideration.
Oh, it's not?
They said they was considering it, and then a bunch of people were like, that's a bad idea. And Netflix was like, you're right. And so
we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
It was like the next day. They were like, I saw a disgusting film was like, Netflix has clarified that live-action is no longer in consideration. I was like,
disgusting film. I didn't do my job this week. I'm sorry, guys.
You've been busy.
I have been busy. Not busy enough to neglect these listeners.
Look, I had all this free time to play Lego Dimensions, and I finished my notes last night at 3 a.m. So, which one of us is not doing our job?
A TV series adaptation of The Holiday is in the works at Apple TV Plus. Dude Perfect will be releasing a documentary about themselves exclusively in Regal movie theaters on September 26th. KJ Apa will star as Jimmy Stewart in a new biopic. The film follows his rise in Hollywood up to the release of It's a Wonderful Life. Sebastian Stan will star in a version of Frankenstein directed by Radu Jude, which means right now we currently have 3 different Frankenstein movies coming out in the next couple years between Jacob Elordi playing him, Christian Bale playing him, and Sebastian Stan now playing him. Michael Bay is officially in talks to develop a new Transformers movie. Cars Lightning Racers was announced. It's going to be a new series in the works for Disney Junior, with Owen Wilson and Larry the Cable Guy both reprising their roles as Lightning McQueen and Mater, respectively. Monica Barbaro and Callum Turner have been cast in One Night Only. The rom-com follows 2 strangers who scramble to find someone to sleep with on the one night of the year when premarital sex is legal. It's in theaters on August 7th of next year. Behemoth. Pedro Pascal is in talks to star in Andor creator Tony Gilroy's new movie. It's said to be a drama about a cellist, and Oscar Isaac was originally attached as the lead. A Space Invaders movie is in the works. Kristen Wiig and Jonah Hill will star in Cut Off, a new comedy which Jonah Hill will also direct. Film follows wealthy siblings who are forced to fend for themselves after their parents cut them off, in theaters on July 17th. Kevin Hart and John Cena will star in a new action comedy, The Leading Man, for Netflix. The film follows a self-absorbed movie star who discovers that his co-star is a secret agent. I know the movie star is going to be Kevin Hart and the co-star or the secret agent is going to be John Cena. However, I kind of hope they flip it and have Kevin Hart be like the action guy in this, and John Cena be like the self-absorbed movie star, because that'd be so hilarious. And a new Final Destination movie's in the works with Laurie Evans Taylor, who wrote Final Destination Bloodlines, writing the script. In miscellaneous mentionables, we got new details on the live-action God of War series. Season 1 will be 10 episodes. Scripts are still being written, and it will adapt the Norse-era games and focus on Kratos and Atreus. Game director Corey Balrog is actively involved, and filming may begin in 2026 at the earliest. Warner Brothers will be named Warner Brothers again. Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting in half into Warner Brothers, which will handle streaming and movie studio assets, and Discovery Global, who will handle cable networks, which is what it was.
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's reverting back to old ways.
It's basically Warner Brothers is keeping all of Discovery's TV shows, and then Discovery is just becoming a cable network.
Yeah, basically.
Again. And then Warner Brothers is going to... Except Cartoon Network is like in limbo right now. We don't know if it's still a studio or if it's just a TV channel. And I mean, with the way Warner Brothers has been treating animation, who knows what's going to happen? But yeah,
unfortunately, Warner Brothers is
just, it's like they start to make good decisions again, but then there's this caveat to it. Like the fact that David Zaslav is not going with Discovery. He is still going to be CEO of the Warner Brothers side of the split, where it's like, what do you mean?
Please leave with Discovery. Give us someone else. Okay, we can't get into that.
Oh, and then is the next thing the name change? No, HBO already happened. Never mind.
Yeah, that was
a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago.
Stephen Knight, who created Peaky Blinders, is set to write the script for Denis Villeneuve's James Bond film. The Department of Agriculture is using the audio of Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver fighting a Marriage Story to scare off wolves from killing cattle and scaring livestock on farms. Imagine you're in the middle of a cornfield and you hear Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson yelling at each other. Horrifying.
What's the one line that got a meme?
Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead.
Yeah. The wolf is like walking up like, I'm going to get me some. Every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to go talk to my therapist about this. Cuts to him in a den.
The wolf's like, Noah Baumbach, you ghoul.
The wolf is like, so how does this make you feel?
Did we make this a movie?
A pack of wolves that live through the plot of Marriage Story
because they hear it. It's a all coincidence. They're going through the same thing. They just don't know. Yeah.
And then they hear the audio, and one of them's like,
"Wait a minute,
this matches how I feel." Hold on a second.
I said that yesterday. Oh, it's all that.
Sues Adam Driver for likeness rights.
Adam Driver does look wolfish. Why is there something about Adam Driver that looks like a wolf? To me, I need to stop.
You do. Before you go down a rabbit hole you can't stop yourself from.
I know. I'm glad I turned to a
rabbit
fit.
because, okay, they're moving on.
You're done. No, rabbit was not included. Cattle and livestock. Rabbits are free game. For all we know.
Rabbits are... You can't have a rabbit farm?
We need to stop. Okay. This is an aside.
Who knows how much of this we're going to keep in.
No, it's too good. It's too good. Oh, my goodness. Hulu will be fully integrated in Disney Plus in 2026. The standalone Hulu app will be shut down. AMC Theaters is now working to shorten the amount of ads shown before a movie. Yay. And Warner Brothers...
They better not get rid of the Nicole Kidman thing.
I would say ads and trailers, because they show like 7 trailers.
Yeah, I guess so.
Were you wanting them to get rid of Nicole Kidman?
Have you met our friends that we go to the theater with?
That is true.
They need that 30 minutes of trailers.
Oh, but you're right. I forgot about that. Hey, at least with AMC, we can tell them the right time and they'll get there later.
Yeah.
And still not miss the movie. They'll have 4 trailers left to watch.
Yeah.
Plus the AMC ad. Anyway, Warner Brothers says they intend to release 12 to 14 films per year, with them being 1 to 2 Warner Brothers major franchise films, 1 to 2 DC Studios films, 3 to 4 new line releases, including horror, 1 to 2 animated films, and 1 to 2 modestly budgeted original films. In other words, indie films. And that is all of my miscellaneous news.
No anniversaries this week.
Nope, and no this week in history.
Because of the fact that we are, well, at this point, unedited. We are at an hour 20 minutes.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to get through my anime news, and then you'll have your comics news, and then we'll wrap up.
Yep.
The anime adaptation of Ugoku Neku Mukashi Banashi premieres October 15th. The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess premieres October 8th. A Star Brighter Than the Sun premieres October 2nd. Kakurio Bread and Breakfast for Spirits Season 2 premieres this October. Upcoming anime film The Keeper of the Camphor Tree premieres January 30th, 2026. An original anime film, L'Etoile de Paris en Fleur, was announced from director Goro Taniguchi, set for a March 13th premiere in Japan. A new series of Made in Abyss anime films has been announced. The first film is set for a 2026 release. And the anime adaptation of Mercedes and the Waning Moon has been announced. Reincarnated as a vampire to a noble father and his shunned concubine, Mercedes Grunwald has always known that one day her father will choose an heir that isn't her. But what will become of her family when that comes? Her mother has no skills, her maid is old, and Mercedes is just a small child. But how will they survive in a world on their own? Luckily, dungeon crawling is a job anyone can do, even a child. To provide for her family, Mercedes begins training at the age of a kindergartner, and because she's from a nation of vampires, she fortunately has the potential to become strong. Her past life, she died unfulfilled, but that won't be her fate this time. In the dungeon, she's determined to find something that will make her moon full. Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You Season 2 has set a 2026 premiere. With You, Our Love Will Make It Through premieres October 14th. The Casebook of Arn premieres January 2026. The Hop-Chan franchise is receiving an anime project in 2026 titled Hop-Chan, Mystery of the Sun Kingdom and the Black Hop Team. Disney Twisted Wonderland premieres October 29th on Disney+. An anime adaptation of the Suikoden games, said I'd bring it up again, will debut in 2026. The Classroom of a Black Cat and a Witch has been announced for 2026 release. Petals of Reincarnation premieres in 2026. The Villainess is Adored by the Prince of the Neighbor Kingdom premieres January 2026. An anime adaptation of Akane Banashi has been announced based on the manga by Yuki Tsunaga and Takamasa Mo. Kinnikuman Perfect Origin arc is getting a third season. Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon premieres October 3rd. The Otherworld's Books Depend on the Bean Counter premieres January 2026. Digimon Beat Break premieres October 5th. The upcoming film Whoever Steals This Book premieres December 26th. And Go For It Nakamura-kun premieres in 2026.
I have my comics news, and on DC, Superman for the 15th episode in a row passed $500 million worldwide this week and became the first solo Superman movie to pass $300 million domestically. Also received praise from Hideo Kojima. The Batman Part 2, Warner Brothers says filming will begin in spring 2026. David Zaslav says James Gunn will be writing and directing the, quote, next chapter in the Super Family. And Zach Kreger has written a DC film Henchman, or titled Henchman, that he would love to make but hasn't pitched it to DC Studios yet. Zach Kreger made Weapons and Barbarian, so he makes like horror movies. Let me tell you what he said it would. Did you see this? What he said it would follow? Mm-hmm. Would follow a low-level henchman in Gotham who managed to incapacitate Batman, and Harley Quinn and Joker have roles in the story. That sounds like a comedy to me, and I want it bad.
It would have to be an Elseworlds, I would think.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I need it.
That reminds me of an episode of Batman the Animated Series called The Man Who Killed Batman. A small-time gangster, Sidney the Squid, apparently kills Batman by accident. He gets involved with all the Gotham gangs, including Joker and Rupert Thorne. None of whom believe his story that everything happened by chance.
It's like hilarious.
And then my first thought was, I don't want to see that. I mean, I do.
Yeah.
But there's an episode of Batman called I Have a Batman in My Basement. And the episode is Batman like gets beat up really bad and like collapses in this random kid's basement. And so this kid is like, I've got to help Batman. Somebody help. Batman's in my basement. And everyone's like, sure, kiddo. Batman's in your basement.
It's like Iron Man 3 a little bit.
Yeah.
On Marvel side of things, Eyes of Wakanda for the second episode in a row. Our first trailer was released, which featured our first look at Iron Fist. A new characters poster was released all before it premiered on Disney Plus on August 1st. The Fantastic Four First Steps for the sixth episode in a row opened with $218 million worldwide against a budget of $200 million. Marks the MCU's 37th consecutive film that opens number one at the domestic box office. First official images of Galactus were released. It earned $11.7 million domestically in the second Friday, an 80% drop from its opening day, and it earned $40 million in its total second domestic opening weekend. X-Men for the second episode in a row. Casting will begin soon, and Marvel said to be looking for younger talent rather than A-listers to, quote, keep the cost down. Not sure I like that wording.
Keep the cost down of which project was that?
X-Men.
X-Men?
Not sure I like that specific wording.
Yeah, that's weird. Why not? I want to do young talent so we can ensure that we have a cast years down the line when they're still.
And they did say it'd be like a couple weeks ago, it'd be like, I'm not thinking a fresh take, but that's just the thing that comes to my mind. A younger take on the X-Men.
Take on the X-Men. Which, I mean,
like, well, that's fine, but like, don't word it as to keep costs down. Avengers Doomsday for the second episode in a row. Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards has an, quote, integral role in the film, but isn't the lead. Spider-Man Brand New Day for the third episode in a row. We received our first look of the new suit, which featured raised webbing. Mark Ruffalo will officially return as the Hulk. Michael Mando will officially return as Scorpion. And it's revealed that Spider-Man, the Punisher, and the Hulk will all fight each other. And Jacob Batalon seemingly confirms his return as Ned Leeds via a comment saying, quote, in all caps, "We are back, baby." A Spider-Punk animated movie is in the works. Daniel Kaluuya is co-writing and producing the film. Marvel's preschool universe will cross over a new series, Avengers Mightiest Friends, releases on Disney Junior in 2027. This said series, I also saw somewhere where it was a special. That might be just like a backdoor pilot for it. Jeremy Renner says he is sure that Hawkeye Season 2 will happen. Marvel is in, quote, no sense of urgency on developing Blade or a new Deadpool film. Ryan Coogler's ideas for Black Panther 3 are gaining excitement within Marvel Studios. And in celebrity deaths, last week, there's a lot. Last week's Junior Edwards, age unannounced, was the Alligator Hunter and Swamp People star. Mario Peglino and Gianni Grossi, both age unannounced, were Barbie designers killed in a car crash. Alain Abutbol was 60, ill-fated nuclear scientist in The Dark Knight Rises. Paul Mario Day was 69, original Iron Maiden singer. Jeannie Seeley was 85, Grammy-winning Don't Touch Me singer and country musician. David Argue was 65, Australian actor known for Razorback and Hercules Returns. Lafty Labib was 77, Egyptian actor known for Baba and Malana. Adriana Asti was 94, Italian actress known for Before the Revolution and The Best of Youth. Madhan Bob was 71, he was an Indian actor. Jonathan Kaplan was 77, U.S. director known for The Accused and Love Field. Norman Eshley was 80, U.K. actor known for See No Evil and The Lost Continent. And Kelly Mack was 33, The Walking Dead and 911 actress. And then this week, Lonnie Anderson was 79, U.S. actress known for All Dogs Go to Heaven and Stroker Ace. Elder Shengilai was 92, Georgian director and screenwriter known for Blue Mountains and The White Caravan. Song Young-yu was 55, South Korean actor known for Pandora and Extreme Jobs. Santosh Balaraj was 38, Indian actor known for Kempa. Akiko Sakine, age unknown, was Japanese voice actress known for Shoot, Sally the Witch, and Eternal Felina. Dominique Colignon-Morion was 76, French voice dub actor. Jim Lovell was 97, first man to go to space 4 times and Apollo 13's mission leader. David Roach was 59, junkyard vocalist and frontman. Jane Etta Pitt was 84, which is Brad Pitt's mother. Yanine Campos was 38, MasterChef Mexico contestant. Brandon Blackstock was 48, Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband and Reba McEntire's former stepson. John Miyahara was 89, an actor best known for playing Brett on Superstore. And Ivan Krasko was 94. He was a Russian actor. My sources this week were Deadline, Movie Insider, IGN, Collider, Today, Nick Alive, Empire, Variety, The Mary Sue, The Wrap, Hollywood Reporter, Bloomberg, Vanity Fair, Cultural Aduba, and of course, Discussing Film.
I want to thank my sources this week: Discussing Film, IGN, Crunchyroll, Games Press, Variety, Nintendo Life, and the official sites and socials of these studios mentioned today. And to end our episode, I have a little quiz for Jay.
Yes.
I'm going to have some anime plots, and you're going to have to guess if this is a real or fake anime.
This is going to be, guys, I'm going to warn you, this is a 50-50 crapshoot.
We have 16 questions here.
Okay.
And I'll let you know how you did afterwards. A high school student finds a black notebook which he uses to make the world a better place. Quote, unquote, make the world a better place.
I'm going to go gut reaction. Yes, true.
Alrighty.
Or real.
A leaf falls from a tree and transforms into a human. The series is all about the leaf human trying to find his memories.
Real.
A boy catches animals with special powers, which he abuses by making them fight with other animals. One of the animals being a yellow mouse with the powers of thunder, which he calls friend.
Here's the thing. Now I know one of those is false because this one's true, and I can't have 3 truths in a row. Dadgummit.
A girl transforms into a hideous, putrid, horrifying, terrifying, unpleasant, miserable monster whenever she comes back from school.
fake. Can I go back and change the second one to fake?
No, we can't go back. A man had a boring life until he woke up in another world. He finds out that whenever he dies, he can respawn in the same place he woke up in.
I'm saying that's a reincarnated thing. I'm going to say real.
Alrighty. A ninja boy makes friends and has a spiral on his back.
Fake? I feel like some of these are going to be obvious to some.
A sad romance story about a boy who switches bodies with a girl who died 3 years ago due to a special ritual.
Real.
I don't know because that one is completely in Japanese. So we're just going to
this next one?
a random one. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no.
Half of these are jokes. Hold on.
Like intentional jokes?
Yeah, like I don't. Okay, Jay, I don't know if we're gonna be able to count this. A ghost named Sissel wakes up and finds his dead body lying on the ground. He meets another ghost which possessed a lamp calling himself Ray. Ray tells Sissel that ghosts have ghost powers. The anime is all about Sissel trying to find the cause of death.
Fake?
I accidentally pressed real, but it was fake, so you got that one right.
Yes.
A series about male perverts imprisoned in a pervert's prison ran by feminists.
I want to say fake, but with some of the stuff show me, I'm going to say real.
Oh, you said real?
Yeah.
I clicked fake.
Is it fake?
It was real.
Oh! Are they like obviously jokes?
Yeah, these are what? Okay, well, Jay, of the ones that were actual questions, you got 50-50. You
really?
Yeah.
Was the leaf one real?
We got 8 out of 16. The leaf one was fake.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Well, that was a dud. I should have looked through that quiz first, because they couldn't take it seriously for half the questions.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I guess on that note, because I don't think we have time to pick another quiz. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those interactive things. Follow the podcast on most social medias at Mondays for Nerds. Follow me, Tristan Stump, on most social medias at Sir Stumpsalot or Sir Stumpsalot17.
Follow me at PoThePanda001 or Chris M. Pratt fan. Or Chris M. Pratt.
And we will see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.